Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is Handmade in Vermont, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Mobius mini pendant. This is the low voltage LED version, 161181. There's lots of other Mobiuses, check them out too. This is the one that's going to be using a cable going up into a transformer and driver up in a canopy, but we'll get into that in a second. So let's get into the size of the fixtured body below, and that's going to be the distance from the bottom of the shade to where that cable is going to start, and that's going to be 11.3 inches high. Diameter is coming in at like 7.3, so it's a good size. Overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture, bottom of that shade, to the ceiling itself. But you have an adjustability here, don't forget. 20 inches at its shortest and 80 at its longest. If you need this to be longer than 80, drop me a quick email, tell me what you're doing, what you need, and I will send it to Hubbardton Forge, and we can get a quote on doing a custom version with a little more cable for you. Not a big deal. We do customs every day. Canopy up in the ceiling is going to be 5.5 inches in diameter. It is about that thick. It's holding your driver and transformer, which is going to transform your line voltage in your building or your house down to low voltage, going through that cable going down to the socket below. Perfectly safe to touch, not a big deal. I want to show you more about that canopy. How we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions, and how we're going to do that, we're going to be on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont. We're going to look over on this side, midway down, there's a link over there. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF, so open that up for me. These are the papers that will be in the box when you get this. Good time to see them now. It's going to show you the inside of that canopy, so in case you want to show it to your installer. It's going to show you how it all goes together, which is perfectly easy. It's going to show you how you kind of fold and assemble the shade, also easy. And that shade is made out of a composite fabric, so it's kind of a snowy white. Light can get through it. It's easy to clean. I just used a soft t-shirt to clean it and dust it off. And that's really about it for that. Jumping back over to the cables and the canopy and all that good stuff, take advantage of those PDFs. They're on all the pages on our website for that. Okay. Moving on, let's talk about that socket down below. So that socket's going to be a G4 socket, and that's what's next to me here. And you can tell it's a little socket with two little holes in it. There's two little prongs on the bulb, and they're going to push right in. This is a dedicated LED only fixture. You're not going to be using a halogen in this. 4 watt max, and 4 watt is what I think you should get. You're going to be able to notice that when you go looking for these online, these bulbs, that you can get a 1.5 watt, a 2, a 3, and a 4. That's kind of what's available in the world. 4 watts is what you should probably get. You want to get the max light out of this. You can always dim it down. Don't forget it's dimmable, but 4 watts is a great way to go. Okay, more on the bulbs. So these bulbs, the best way to find them is to go on Amazon. Just go on Amazon.com, look at that little search in the window up above, and you're going to put in G4 LED light bulb. That's it. And up will pop a big page of all kinds of different bulbs, and they look different, and they have all these little different details, but we're going to go over that now. Some of the details are that wattage thing. So the 1.4 watts, or 1.5 watts, sorry, that's the equivalent of a 20 watt halogen. 4 watts is the equivalent of a 40 watt halogen, which throws a lot of lumens. So, the best thing to do is to try to go for as high as you can as far as the 4 goes, and like I said, you can always dim it down, so it's not a big deal. Color temperature of the light is a big deal. So if you like the 2700 Kelvin, that is the color of like an old incandescent bulb that's been dimmed down, very yellow. And it's going to yellow up this too, so remember that. If you kind of like these a little bit whiter light, but it's still warm, this is 30,000 Kelvin. 3000 Kelvin is a beautiful warm light, but it's still going to give you more lumens per watt. So 3000 Kelvin to me is kind of the way to go. Like a 3000 Kelvin, it'll say 3000 K, and then 4 watt bulb, and you're good to go. And make sure it says dimmable on that page. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque, and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I'll walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.